He is awesome.
What's that? Oh, no, that's all right. But is this DI work? Good. Okay. I mean, I assume it is, and I'm going to plug into it and see what happens.
The great thing about technology is the work should. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Should I strum a little bit? I need a guitar pick. I keep them in my wallet. Just because, yeah. I think it's cooler.
Oh.
There it is, yeah. Got something in there. Hello?
Check, check. Can you hear me out there? Everyone in the room. Microphone check time. Now I got it too.
Cool. All right, so you gonna be doing this kind of thing? We're getting a little bit of feedback because I got this mic, I think, right here. Check. I mean, I can hear myself. I don't know if anybody else can hear me.
That's all that counts.
Right. I mean,
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, that's okay. All right.
That's fine.
Thank you.
All right, so any of you guys and gals have questions? And this isn't difficult. Yes, no, or raise your hand. Okay, hang on. Maybe everybody else wants to hear your wonderful voice. She's really loud. You don't need to give her.
When's the next I Shine album coming out?
Well, the next I Shine album is being worked on. We actually have two. We've got one that's an instrumental album. That it's. Have you guys heard of Hammock or Explosions in the Sky?
Yes.
Yes.
Explosions in the sky. Yep.
Well, never mind then. You won't be buying that. It's an instrumental album. In whatever. All right, so we do have another album that isn't just instrumental, and I think we'll probably finish it end of September, something like that. Hopefully, I mean, we'll have it done by the end of the year, but yeah.
Next chat too.
What was that?
What's gonna be next chat?
Next chat? Oh.
Right now. That's when you talk and he talk, that's a chat. When I talk on the internet, that's stalking. I think what she means is that we do a chat thing online with the band and all of our friends. It's really not cool. You should tune in anyways, but we don't really know when we're gonna do the next one, so don't worry about it.
I don't know. We haven't really said, oh, we're gonna do one this time, but we originally tried to do it we were thinking we'll try to do it once a month, but then just didn't happen. The schedule for me and then with the guys are just kind of too difficult. But we will do one again soon.
Okay, we had another question over here.
All right, first of all, I just want to give out a comment. Let my mother saw one episode of Trigun where your character was headbutting the kid, saying, "What are you getting all sentimental on me for, you little squirt?" Remember that scene? She was laughing so hard that every time she sees that scene, she just cries with laughter, even though she's never watched the whole show or a fan of anime in general. I just want to get that out to you first.
Ah, it's awesome. That's where his head gets bigger and bigger, right? It's like,
Yeah.
Because you're
All right,
amazing.
Now I have a question for you. This is a Power Ranger question. Adam is the kind of a quiet kind of guy, and throughout the whole show, he's never hardly ever speaks. I mean, he does, but he doesn't even say a line, says anything very much. He doesn't even say "it's morphin' time" a lot. Like, let's say, I would say probably say like 3 or 4 times in each season. I don't know. So throughout the whole show,
He's like, hurry it up.
So he made his way throughout Zia, but when Turbo came around, he started talking more. How did this came to be? Was it the writer's idea to give him more of a personality, or did you came up to the writers and say, "Okay, guys, I'm tired of my character being all quiet now. Give me some personality here, okay?"
no, they basically, because I mean, I still kind of am, but more so then, I was just a quiet, shy guy, really. And so they just were like, well, you'll just be the quiet, shy guy in the show, you know, and we'll make you kind of, I called myself the background ranger because I didn't do a whole lot. Tommy was always obviously out front, and, all right, guys, let's do it. And then, you know, you see me in the back like, and the only time I said anything was when we were all like, right, or let's do it. Yeah, it was very rare for me to do much talking at all. But then, yeah, you're right, around Turbo, and then, well, a little bit in Zio, I think it was. It started to pick up, and then Turbo. I can't remember. I think it was in Zio. There was like some sleep monster, whatever, that caused us to sleep or something.
The one that's in black and white?
No. All right, well, anyways, so there were a couple of episodes. There's like that one and then the Wild West episode or whatever that we did. And in those episodes, I remember they had some little things for me to do. And I was getting bored with my character because like I was always just, you know, like, the viewing globe. You know what I'm talking now, and you know. And so usually I didn't do anything. I was getting bored, so I started to do things. Hello, do you want me to answer it? Want me to answer it? Let me answer it. Let me answer it. Let me answer it. Who is it? Come on. Well,
My phone randomly plays music for some reason.
when people call you. So there was a couple episodes like that where I was getting bored, but I saw room to play, you know, and just kind of do some goofy stuff and be kind of weird, and it worked. And then it was like, oh, then they were like, you're funny, and so they started to give me a little bit more, and they started to open the doors up for me to be able to like just do some other things, and then I left the show. Or they kicked me out of the show. It's kind of weird. You better. I'm just kidding. No, go for it.
How do you feel about your friend Austin doing gay porn?
Austin St. John is not. If you've seen the guy in the porn,
I don't like
he's
this one.
fit. If you've seen Austin St. John, he's a touch pig. This is going back a few years ago. If you've been to like AFO 9, 10, and 11, we have a whole section on Austin St. John does not do gay porn. I highly recommend it.
Well, then I'll
Answer your question. I don't really know.
It's a creepy internet rumor.
Yes.
I heard of it. But
All right, so does
I didn't-
anybody
I didn't
have a
like go,
non-gay
"Oh,
porn
good."
question? We have filled our gay porn quota for a Sunday. We should all go to church.
It's so Sunday.
Johnny, on your downtime, what kind of music and bands do you listen to?
I was gonna ask you that.
I listen to all kinds of stuff, actually. I listen to really anything. I don't listen to a whole lot of country. I don't
Really?
listen to any country, really.
Oh.
I can just go through some of the stuff that I have on here that I will be listening to. Did someone say dashboard? People say that we sound like that.
Yeah, that's what I get.
But I do have them on here. I have AFI, AC/DC, Amberlin, Angels and Airwaves, Audrey Sessions, Band of Horses, Band of Skulls. That's all. Black Crows, Black Eyed Peas,
You woo! One thing we know.
Bob Marley.
I know both, yeah.
Buffalo Springfield. Cage the Elephant, Foo Fighters.
Yep.
There's quite a bit. I Shine.
Woo! Listen to my.
Oh wait, let me find some.
Yeah, why
Here's-
not? They're
Oh
awesome.
wait. I have our. You guys get a preview of a song. Let me see. This is our. This is our instrumental album. Wait! Don't play yet. What are you doing, Johnny? I turn it up. I don't know if this is gonna be loud enough. Dude, just do that thing.
Oh, he has an iPhone. That's cool. My mom does.
Do you guys hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not happy about that. uh-huh.
That's better.
Much better.
So see, it's very just. I mean, it's just kind of a melodic, kind of mood setting kind of a thing. If you meditate, it might be good for that. I won't play any more of that. I'll give you a preview of our. Do you guys want a preview of our?
Yes.
I don't think any of these have any
Somebody already has the mic.
lyrics on them, but I'll let you hear it anyway.
That's good.
I'm singing. I would be singing on this part.
I like the
Second verse.
I like the instrumental.
And pre-chorus. Yeah. So yeah, that's just a preview. It's all
I
done
love it,
except
yeah.
for I'm working on the vocals right now, obviously. Anybody have our acoustic album?
Yep.
You?
Well, is that the no?
person?
Yeah, I have the CD that I got it when I first met you, and then I got like a heck load of music on my iTouch because I love your
We got
band.
a lot of. Have you guys heard our song Jumpstart?
Yep. Yes.
Here's the acoustic version then.
It's awesome. I was listening to them when I got here. When I was in my car, I was listening to them.
That's Maurice. Can't really hear it that good.
Awesome.
You guys. You just get our stuff.
So, Johnny,
Seriously.
how did...
So sorry. Yes, she is sending you that medium shirt. And
Okay, right here.
oh,
We're 5 feet
right in
away.
front of me.
I have a microphone too, so you know.
Well, I heard the voice out there.
Where is he?
How did you enjoy doing like the non-basic Power Ranger episodes, like the Halloween episode for Zio, or like I think there's 2 others that were not the Power Ranger formula.
How did I enjoy doing the Halloween episode as opposed to the other stuff?
Like because Power Rangers have like the same plot every episode, and then
they were fun. I really enjoyed doing. Has anybody seen the Halloween episode?
Yeah.
Okay, so there were a couple of you know.
Yeah.
Well, even the Wild West, I think, was kind of the same thing. You know, it was kind of a break from the norm. I mean, if any of you watched Power Rangers, you would know that it was like, you know, we're there, and then there's some creature,
Yeah.
a fish monster, or a speaker monster, a microphone monster, a guitar monster, whatever, you know, that plays really loud music. And so there's always something, and then we were alerted, and then we had to hurry up and go and save the day, and it would grow big, and then we would get in our things, be really big, and fight it at the end and destroy the city. And then we were like, yay, at the end. It was the same formula, like every episode. So it was always nice to do something like the Halloween episode, which is like kind of just different, or the Wild West thing, which is totally different, you know, break from the norm. It's cool. And it was always nice to get that kind of script and be like, oh, this is going to be fun. But I still rarely got to do any of that.
Right.
I mean, although that one was mostly me. There's another one that I was thinking about. It was kind of...
There was the one with the almost Apollo 13 one, where you had to save, or Billy had to.
okay.
Well, actually, this leads into perfectly my question.
Yes.
In one panel, you had mentioned that when you first started your music, you didn't really know how to sing.
This is what I played. Just like this. It's like nothing. It's not even a chord. It's just like a little diddly. I don't even know what you call it. And then I would just like make things up to it, you know, like lots of people. Whatever, just stupid stuff, right? And I started making up like songs, right? And I remember I had a song. I don't remember the exact words or whatever, but I had a song that I thought was a good song, and it was like the first song I wrote. And I'm living in California at the time. My sister and my dad are in Texas, and they come out to visit. And so, you know, I'm like, oh, I want to show them because I'm so proud of this song that I've got, you know. And I'm like, I don't remember the words, but you know, like, I'm here singing a song, whatever it was, right? And then as I'm singing it, I can see their expression. You know, it's like they got that, like they want to smile and make me feel good about myself, but at the same time, with their eyes, they were saying, "Yeah, you kind of suck." But they didn't come straight out and say it, but I could tell, you know. And I was like, oh man, I'm slightly embarrassed because I was so proud that I was able to make up a song. And so I got this like 4-track recorder, you know. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's like basically records on a cassette. You know how a cassette plays one side, plays the other, but what it could do is it split it into 4 tracks, and so you could record 4 tracks or whatever. So anyways, I don't know why I explained that to you. It doesn't really relevant, but anyway, so I recorded myself. That's all I had to say. It's so stupid. I'm wasting time. All right. So I recorded myself and I played it back, and sure enough, I was like, wow, I really suck. And like I could hear where I was off, you know, and so I was like, let me see that. And so I played it again, and then I sang with it, and then I'm like, oh, I can see that doesn't feel right. I need to make it like this, and so I recorded again and fixed whatever part that was. And so I just kept doing that until I was able to make it sound right. And then so I slowly trained myself to be able to hear what's coming out, you know. And that's why a lot, like when you see a performer, you know, they're always going to have monitors in front of them, or they have something in their ear so they can hear, you know, it all correctly, you know. Because if you're not hearing it right, then yeah, you're not going to be singing it right. And so that's kind of how I taught myself to sing, and I just kept doing it. I don't know if it's made me a better voice actor or anything. I never really thought of it, actually. That was before, I think. That was probably right before or right around the time I got Trigun, which was my first voiceover anime job.
Cool, all right, from the back of the room.
Do you feel comfortable sharing your UFO story?
My UFO story?
Ruben mentioned that you had an amazing experience and an awesome story to tell us.
I have a couple of them, but one of them involves my little brother, and so I don't know if I would have to talk to him about that one. That one's probably the one that's more like, what the... but I can tell you this one. I had, like I said, I had a couple, but there was this one night. I was in high school, and I was in Texas, and we had this soccer tournament. I don't remember where it was, but I had to drive to get there, and I was by myself, and it was late at night. And you know, I've never been a druggie or anything like that, so like I wasn't on anything. So I'm just going to tell you that right now. So I'm just driving, you know, and it's night, and I'm by myself, and there's like no cars out on this, like it's like a 2-lane whatever, and it stretches all the way out, and then out in the distance in front of me I can see there's just trees. And so as I'm driving, I see this like white ball of light just kind of like appear in the sky above the trees, and I'm like, that's strange, you know, and I'm looking at it, and it starts to move like slowly across the trees, this above the trees, and it starts moving across the trees, and I'm heading straight for it, you know, and I'm like, and I see it like get across to the other side, and then like, you know, like it looked like a drip, like something dripped out of it, and the top disappeared, and this fell into the trees, like into the forest or whatever. As I was just driving, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do except like really start going super fast, and that's all I did. I was just like, and I mean, I knew something was going on right next to me because I could see the light or whatever, but I didn't want to like look, and then next thing I know, I'm being raped by aliens. I was just like, and I just kept going. So that's one experience that I had.
That could be an amazing origin story of your secret superhero powers.
Well, you know, it's funny. I wrote this little stupid story, actually, where that happens to a guy, and he goes and checks it out, and there's this thing in the ground. And when he goes over to touch it, it like turns into this uniform with all these superhero powers. I wrote it a long time ago, though. But, yeah, it kind of sucked. But that's not really what happened.
Or is it?
Teaser. either.
And that's how I became a voice actor. Yeah, so that was one experience I had.
Anybody else? You're all sitting here so patiently, so quietly. Okay.
So first I want to say that I really like hearing music. It's my first time here, and I'm definitely gonna listen to it more.
Thanks.
A couple of things. First, like I was looking on the internet under eye shine. Turns out the bobcat has the most eye shine of all the animals. I was thinking maybe you could use that as like
What was that?
The bobcat has a lot of eye shine.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then
I did not know that.
Yep. And then let's see. I was wondering if you ever heard of the band Team Sleep. It's a
Team Sleep, no.
offshoot from Chino and the Deftones, and they play a lot of instrumental stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just curious. And then, like, actual question. Let's see. Where do your lyrics come from? Like, what are you trying to get across? Like,
What? I'm sorry.
where do your lyrics come from?
Where do they come from?
Yes.
The heart.
Like some people are political, some people.
That's what I said.
Some people write songs. Like,
Yeah, you know, I don't know that I have any.
Sorry.
You know, I think I've noticed, and some people have pointed out that the theme for a lot of our stuff is you know, to have hope, never give up. Some of it is like people that were close to me that died. A lot of it's just about like purpose in life and that kind of stuff. It's really kind of, it's all really just like, what am I going through right now, kind of, and then I just write it, you know. I felt alone, I wrote alone, you know, and but I do know that our last album, Tone of Echoes, had kind of this theme of hope, and this newest album that we're working on is more kind of our struggle as a band, being independent. It's totally different now, you know, as far as the music scene or whatever, the industry. They don't just go and find bands now that are good and then give them a lot of money and make them, well, they do that for some people, but it's not often, you know. And now it's like a totally different thing. It's like you have to prove yourself first as a musician, and you have to basically come with a lot of fans. You have to produce your own albums and stuff, and then when you're doing really well, that's when they come in and try to take all your money. And I've come to the point, and not all of the band kind of feels the same way yet as I do, but I don't feel that way 100%, but I almost feel like I don't know if I really need any label, you know? Because I don't need anybody to tell me how to do my music and how to make it, you know? And we got a couple offers before and some development deals or whatever, but it was all like Tone of Echoes, I don't know if you guys had that album, but that was our last album. We had finished it, and these guys wanted to pick us up. And then I said, well, we have this album that we want to release called Tone of Echoes. You guys don't have an issue with that. And they're like, well, we want you to send it to us, and then we'll let you know which songs we approve or whatever. And I was like, what? And they're like, well, you know, we want to make sure that it's up to our standard or whatever. And I was like, well, it's up to my standard. And so I was like, you know, I'm not interested. And so I understand where they're coming from, but I'll tell you another story. I have a friend who's a musician, he's a guitarist, and he's amazing. He's a lot better than I am. He can play a lot better than I am. And he spent 8 years working on one album, you know, and I maybe spend like a couple months and then I have a full album ready to go, you know, like not like mixed and mastered and everything. It takes a while to get all that done. But like I just write, and even if it's not 100%, I'll still put it out there, you know, like because I feel like it's okay if it's imperfect, you know. That's why I feel okay sometimes just riffing some stupid song, because I feel like you guys will at least understand it. You'll be like, it's cool, whatever, he's just goofing off or whatever, you know, you guys can still kind of relate to that. instead of, you know, us having this full-blown kind of whatever. But we do like to sound good too. Doesn't mean we like to sound like crap all the time. But yeah, so, you know, I don't know where I am. I kind of feel like they just want to make money off you, and that's the truth. That's all they really want. They just want to make money off you, you know.
Would you bring iShine to AFO?
I wanted to, actually. When they invited me, I offered to bring the band if they wanted to bring the band out as well. But I mean, they didn't. Well, I'll just tell you that there was somebody else that they had here that did music stuff, I guess, and really kind of like ran them through the hoops and kind of left a bad taste in their mouth. And so they told me that, and they were like, no. And then I was like, well, can I bring Maurice out? You guys saw
Yeah,
him,
I saw him.
It's like, can I fly out my drummer? I'll pay for it or whatever, you know, and let us just put on a show or something, and then show you that we're not all douchebags, you know. And so they let me do that, and so hopefully they'll be okay with it. Plus, I mean, there's probably other. Well, I mean, this setup is probably fine. We just need to be out here. Yeah, I think we haven't been invited back, but you guys could probably post on the phone.
Is this your first time here?
This is my first time at AFO. Yeah.
Would you come back?
Yeah. We'll come.
Have you been to any other like conventions here in Orlando?
In Orlando?
Yeah.
No.
This is just.
I've been to Miami, Tampa.
I know you.
Jacksonville, St. Augustine.
I wish I could go.
That's it.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
There was somebody over here. Okay.
I just have a quick question. I'm just wondering, how long did it take you to learn to play the guitar?
I'm still learning.
You're still learning?
Yeah.
Nothing's perfect.
I know this is an E. That's an E.
That's another E.
This is a D. I started 96-ish, 97-ish, and started teaching myself to play. And then I got to where I would listen to some stuff and try to figure it out. And then, yeah. But I'm still kind of learning. I'm not a great, like I can't sit here and do like crazy solo. That's why I have a lead guitarist that's his job, is to come up with that kind of stuff. Or I'll say, no, do this, whatever, and I'll like hum it to him, and then he'll just go, oh yeah, okay. Because I just don't do that. I actually feel like I could spend the time and do it and figure it out. But I feel like my limitations help me to write a certain way, and I kind of want to keep it that way. It maybe doesn't make sense, but
makes sense.
It's like basically I have to try really hard to make whatever chords I know how to play sound good, and I need to like so it's like I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like I'm defeating myself at the same time. but I feel like that's how we have our sound. It's not totally unique, but it is still kind of unique, you know. Are you playing? Do you play the guitar?
I'm planning on it.
Planning on it. All right, cool. Because I was going to put you on the spot and make you play.
I play guitar.
You play the guitar?
Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't played in a few years, but.
Haven't played in a few years?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what you get.
Okay. I'm not that good though.
It's okay. I'm not that good.
Yes, you are.
It's a G.
It's close. It needs to slide this way.
This way.
Boom, there you go. That's a G. That's a G.
And this, I think, is a C, I think.
That is a C.
Playing with John.
Yeah, cool.
Sweet.
So, if they had come to you back during Power Rangers and said, hey, we're going to do an episode where the Rangers make a band, a la Saved by the Bell and Family Ties and every other 80s teen sitcom, you would have been like, heck yeah, or like, oh, my image.
You mean like now?
Well, not now.
Or then?
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have thought then. I couldn't sing back then. I didn't know anything about it. guitar or singing or any of that. I wouldn't want to, I don't think, if that was offered now, I think that'd be kind of weird. You know? Plus, I think they've kind of screwed up Adam's history anyways. I was kind of bummed when I did Overdrive, and at the end of the episode, they threw in like all of a sudden he's got these dojos. You know, I'm like, what? I'm like, so that's what Adam's been doing all this time, is like teaching martial arts? Doesn't like every ex-Power Ranger do that?
True.
Can you keep it a mystery? I thought it was dumb. I thought that, I mean, honestly, I was like, hey, can Adam die in this? I really did ask them that, and they're like, no. And I was like, man. I would prefer them leaving it a mystery, but they wanted to close it and wrap it up so that there was no, you know, they can just, okay, now Adam can go away forever kind of a thing. I was like, come on. It's no fun. But I want you guys to know that when it's in this, when I say that going back to the dojo and having Alpha come back with me, it's not really a dojo. That was just a cover for those other Rangers. Adam actually became an assassin. He actually figured out how to work that broken morpher in space, and so, yeah. Some of you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes.
Just, there you go. I'm sure there's some fan fiction about it.
It'll be now.
You just made people do it.
Okay, all the way to it.
Did you have me on?
Out of all the songs you've written, is there one like that stands out the most to you?
Alone is one of those songs that, you know, I could still kind of play it, and it still brings me into that same place. I mean, that would be one. Can you sing it?
Yeah.
Do you guys know this song?
Yes.
Looks like a cold one. The moon decides to show. Dance around the ocean. None of us will know. None of us will know. So this is the end of that. It's time for us to go back to where we started, back to what we know, back to what we know. You know what it feels like to be alone. Well, I do. Like a cold one, the moon decides to show. Dance around the ocean, none of us will know. None of us will know. This is the end of it. It's time for us to go back to where we started, back to what we know, back to what we know. Tomorrow's never promised you, this world is all we share. I died 1,000 times for you, and wonder if just like a cold one. Moon starts to show, dancing on the ocean. None of us will.
Obviously feels different with a lot of everything else in there, drums and everything, but I wrote that song in DC. There's a con out there, I think, what is it, Katsucon? I think that's what it's called. I was feeling very alone that day.
Aww.
Is this song on the CD?
This song is on our acoustic album, and it's on our album, My Paper Kingdom. I do have some CDs left, but I only have Red Stripes, White Lights. We're all sold out of My Paper Kingdom and Tone of Echoes right now. We do have a new order coming in, though, in like a week. Our Tone of Echoes, who has Tone of Echoes? Yeah, a couple of you?
I think I have it.
You think you have it?
I think it's in my iTouch because I have a lot of your music.
I think you would.
I don't know. I don't.
I think you're just trying to get on my Christmas list.
Yeah, that's what it is.
My friend took it from me, and I haven't seen it.
Oh, the what?
The CD.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in Steven's house, and he won't give it back.
Oh, really?
Demand it back.
We've got time for one more, and then we got this one, so.
What's in here next?
Give me the signal.
Oh, okay.
It's a break and then costume.
Oh, costume?
Yeah, there's like a...
You got a question?
You guys can all follow him outside.
Yay.
How do you feel about the fact that all the Power Rangers bleed sparks?
Oh, how do I feel about the Power Rangers bleeding sparks? Well, it's kind of like when we got hired, it was kind of in the list of things you had to have in your blood system. So yeah, when we fight, we sometimes spark. When I punch people, they sometimes explode.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's why I try not to fight.
I wish I could do that.
Try to just remain cool.
Be cool to like punch someone explode.
I just wanted to say it's great having you here this year. I like meeting all you guys every year on the different early year Power Rangers. My question was, what made you decide to audition for the show?
I've always been a huge Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, martial arts fan. You know, I've always been this, like I wanted to be like a superhero action guy. You know, I wanted to do action in movies or something. That was kind of my dream. I don't know, the only people I really told was my friends and my close friends, and they were all like, don't waste your time with that, you know. They were like, dude, just give up on that dream. We live in Texas. You just need to get like a regular job, you know, which they were looking out for me, but it still kind of hurt that they were like telling me to quit already, and I hadn't even tried yet, you know. And I just wasn't a quitter. Like, when they would come over, I was always training, you know. I even built my own wooden, you guys know what a wooden dummy is?
Yes.
You know, so I built my own wooden dummy so I can like train, because I couldn't afford one, you know. I was studying Shaolin Kung Fu, and my instructor was looking at a paper, and in the paper there's like a thing that said, you know, casting or looking for new Power Rangers or something, and we were training. He called me over and showed me the ad. He told me you should go give it a shot. And then he helped me put some stuff together, flipping and kicking and all that. And I went and I just did it and got it. So, I mean, it was a long process, but that's the short version. You had a question, I think.
Yeah, do you have your CDs on you right now, or you
I do have, I brought them over there. I've got like 36 CDs left, so you guys are welcome to buy them. I don't want to take them back with me. I do have a few shirts over there too. I do have merch. We are unsigned, and the money obviously goes to a good cause, the band.
That is a good cause.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Does that CD have Waterfall?
That CD does have Waterfall on it. Yeah. Yeah, that's our first full-length album. That album actually, when we went in to record it, we recorded all these songs from our, I don't know if any of you have our demo, it was like 7 or 8 songs on it, but it was like those songs, and then there's like maybe 10 other songs. It was like a whole big album of just like our old stuff. And when I recorded it and got it home and I was listening to it, I was like, this really sucks. I didn't like the album at all. I mean, I felt like I was at this point where I was like, I wanted to take it further, but I felt like if I had put out that CD, it would be a standstill. And so I dumped all the songs, except for like 2 of them, Not Really Good and Sunday Flower. And then, so I rewrote all the songs, starting with Here Comes the End Again. And then, you know, Waterfall, I just came up with it. Like everything in the studio, I was just like, well, I'm writing all new songs. The guys were like, are you serious? You know, because like I had spent so much time on it already, and then I was like, yeah, it just isn't right. And so I redid. It's like those were all new songs that were written kind of on the spot. And so that was our first one, and that was kind of our launch into our style of edge rock.